What's going on, everybody? Hey, do you realize that we only have 18 days left in the month of June? 18 days. Sitting this morning preparing for my Transformation Tribe, which is tonight, had a lot of incredible thoughts and concepts that I am looking forward to sharing with my team of individuals who have united together at the very beginning of this year. Committed individuals who have decided that a transformation was definitely going to happen in their life this year like never before. Outside of that, almost a day doesn't go by as I fulfill my purpose, as I get a chance to operate in my passion, that I am simply blessed to inspire, motivate, infuse people with a different way of thinking. Oftentimes, I think that is the most important catalyst to our own personal change, is that we have to sometimes alter the way that we begin to think, especially if the way that we've been thinking for the majority of our lives has not produced the results that we desire to experience. And I don't know about you, but at the end of the day, there's got to be some results. At the end of this year, there has to be something that you can show for your breathing, you're getting up, you're going to work, you're reading, you're investing, you're taking risks and chances. Because if there's no proof of concept, then you're just an individual that's extremely busy. And I know a lot of busy people. I know a lot of busy people that are unhappy, they're frustrated, they're miserable, they're angry, but they're busy. And they almost remind me of somebody who's skating on ice doing figure eights. They're moving, but they really aren't going anywhere. And I want to encourage you today, with 18 days left in the month of June, I want to encourage you today not to mistake movement for achievement. I'll say it that way. Don't mistake movement for achievement. And it's a habit, it's a horrible habit that many people do, are guilty of, because we think if we're moving, then we are achieving. But again, at the end of the day, at the end of the month, at the end of the week, end of the year, what's going to be in your hands? What's going to be in your heart? What's going to be in your bank account? What dynamic transformational shift will you be able to not just point to, but you'll be able to stand on it and say, you know what? I have risen. I have been elevated this year. I have been promoted this year. I have gone to another level this year. And I'm standing on it. I'm standing on the concretized proof that what I'm doing is producing the kind of results that I've always longed for, the kind of results that I'm pleased with, the kind of results that I can be proud of, the kind of results that I want to continue to flourish in my life. But that'll never happen if you're just focused on movement. You got to start focusing on actual achievement. Don't grade your life on a curve. You remember when we were in college, sometimes in high school, the class would take a test, and if the whole class did horribly or didn't do too well, oftentimes the teacher or the professor would grade the class or grade that particular test on a curve, which simply means that, if you had an F, you wind up getting a D. If you had a C, you wind up getting a B. If you had a B, you wind up getting an A. Here's the part that sucked, though. Anybody that had an A, the best they could get possibly was an A plus. And oftentimes we like that concept because it says that we can do less and expect for someone or something to kind of give us something that we haven't earned, or give us something that we really don't deserve. And a lot of people live with this concept in their minds. They don't articulate it this way, but the proof is in their life. They do very little, but they expect so much. Or they do very little and then they hate on those that have much more. And they don't look at the fact that, well, that person actually earned their A. So I want to help you with the rest of this year. 2019 is coming, whether or not you are prepared or not. And if you live to see 2019, don't you want to be in a better position in 2019 than you were in 2018? If you are blessed to see 2019, don't you want to be able to look back over 2018 and say, you know what? I did that. I grew this year more than I've ever grown. I stretched myself more this year than I've ever stretched myself. Some of us have to humble ourselves more this year than we've ever had to humble ourselves. Some of us this year have to submit more than we've ever submitted. Submitting to authorities, submitting to those who love us enough to teach us. What is it that you need to do this year that will make this year the year that you grew, the year that you stretched, the year that you produce? Now, I know I get a lot from people who say, well, man, you know, I'm not like you. I don't get to do what I love every day. I'm not like you. I don't get to wake up and do all the things that I enjoy every day and earn a living doing it. And to those people, I have a very important word. I hope that you can allow me to speak to you personally. Oftentimes, I think sometimes we recognize success, but we don't realize what it actually took for successful people to reach that level. I will tell you this, and this is a universal truth. You don't have to have passion for your job right now. You don't have to have passion for whatever it is you do each day to pay your bills. You don't have to have passion for that. And I know everybody tells you passion is important and you need to do something in life that you're passionate about. Well, you have to get to that place. You have to take take what you've been given, and you have to figure out, how can I use that to create a better living? And I just said something that you got to embrace, you got to hear, you got to let this be one of those aha moments. Take what you have been given, or take what you're being given. In other words, take the paycheck that you're receiving from the job that you hate, from the job that you have no passion for, and figure out, how can I parlay this paycheck into a better living? If you're living $10 better next month than you were the month before, you're living better. If you're living $50 better 2 months from now, then guess what? You're living better. If you're living $100 better 3 months from now, you get the point? You're living better. You're living $1,000 better at the end of this year, you're living better. But you got to start with the $5. You got to start with the $10. You got to start with what you have instead of lamenting about what you don't have. So be encouraged. You don't have to have passion about the job where you're working. Here's what you have to have passion about. Let me help you. Here's what you have to have. And this is mandatory if you're going to be successful, if you're going to be the hero of your own life, if you're going to save yourself, if you're going to transform this year. I'll tell you what you have to have. I'll tell you the kind of passion you have to have. I'll tell you what you have to have passion about. You don't have to have passion about your job, but you have to have passion about your destiny. Wow. Man, sometimes I bless myself. Can I say that again? You don't have to have passion about your job, or passion for your job, but you must have passion for your destiny. That means you can go to a job you hate every single day with a smile on your face, with a pep in your step, with joy beaming from your soul. And it's not because of the job, but it's because of the destiny. You're going somewhere. And you know that where you are, is not where you are going to be. You know that the job that you have no passion for is actually a passport to the place of destiny where all your passion exists. So be encouraged today. There's a lot of depression going on, a lot of sadness going on, a lot of suicide going on. And I believe there are many, many reasons for these things, one of which is many people, far too many people, are busy moving, but they aren't actually achieving. And this goes from all the way to Hollywood, straight down to the local hood. You can have millions of dollars and still not be happy. How's that possible? Because it's not in the money. It's in the mentality. It's not in the money, it's in the mindset. And when you get your mind right, your life will change. Get your mind right. Keep your mind right. And I promise you, your best days are ahead of you. Be encouraged today. 18 days left in the month of June. If you haven't progressed as far as you wanted to progress at this stage and point in the year, don't sweat it. Become committed, become dedicated. Connect yourself with achievers. Connect yourself with people, places, or things that are progressively progressing daily, weekly, monthly. And just by the process of association, you'll be surprised how some of that will rub off on your life. This is Troy Wynn, Sr., pastor, author, and transformation coach, wanting to encourage you on this particular day that the best is yet to come. Stay focused, my friends.